Leaving already? The fun just started. I've had enough. He smirked, grabbed the edge of her uniform, and ripped it open. The fabric tore loud enough to echo. Her belly, bare, exposed, on display for hundreds of people. Gasps. Phones lifted. Silence crashed down. Callum stepped back, satisfied. Serafina stood frozen, heart hammering, shame slicing through her. But something inside her snapped. Not the soft kind of breaking, the kind that ignites. She straightened, her breath steadied, and her eyes, wet, shaking, locked onto his. His smirk faltered. Maeve pushed forward, but Serafina raised one hand. Stopped her. She didn't look away from Callum. Why? Her voice was quiet, but it carried. Callum shrugged. Why what? Why humiliate me like this? Louder now. Shoulders back. Belly exposed, but not in shame anymore. Why bring me here? Why do this? His jaw tightened. Serafina. Stop. No. She stepped toward the center of the room. Not anymore. The band went quiet. The chatter died. Even as Soul moved closer, confusion breaking across her face. Hello friends. Welcome to Prime Story. Before we start, please like this video and subscribe. Also, tell us in the comments where you are watching from. Houston, London, maybe Jamaica or Canada. We want to know. The glass didn't slip. Serafina dropped it. Her fingers just opened. Let go. The sound cracked through the hallway like a gunshot, and she couldn't remember deciding to do it. Only that suddenly the champagne flute was in pieces at her feet, and he was there, watching. Callum Drexton, the man who used to know how she took her coffee. The man who'd called her dead weight 6 months ago while she stood in their kitchen, pregnancy test still warm in her hand. Today's groom. She couldn't feel her legs. The catering uniform pulled tight across her belly. Someone else's uniform, someone smaller, and the borrowed shoes pinched her swollen feet. She'd thrown up twice already. Once in the parking lot, once in the supply closet when she saw his name on the client list. He moved toward her like he had all the time in the world. Overhead lights caught the shine of his suit, custom-tailored, probably worth more than she'd make in 6 months. The smile started at his mouth, but never reached his eyes. This is something. His voice was the same, warm on the surface, right underneath. You, here, serving drinks at my wedding. She turned her face away, focused on breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Don't cry. Don't shake. Don't give him anything. You knew I'd be here. Obviously. He leaned close enough that she could smell his cologne. Different now. Something expensive and foreign. Wouldn't miss it. Her heart kicked against her ribs, but she kept her chin level. She'd cried enough. Begged enough. She was done handing him pieces of herself. His eyes dropped to her stomach. Stayed there. You should have listened when I offered to handle it. The smile widened. But you always did have a flair for the dramatic. Rowan Calder appeared beside them like he'd been summoned. The wedding coordinator's face was pale, tight. He looked between her and Callum like he was watching a bomb countdown. Serafina, you okay? Callum's expression rearranged itself instantly, all charm, all warmth. The face he showed strangers and cameras. Rowan, hey, just saying hello to an old friend. She shouldn't be here. Rowan said it quietly, once Callum walked away. Almost to himself. I didn't know they'd assigned you to this. I would have pulled you. I need the money. Serafina's voice came out thin. Just let me finish the night. But she already knew this night had no intention of being finished quietly. In the kitchen, she braced her hands against the steel counter and tried to stop shaking. Maeve stormed in 30 seconds later, still in her server's vest, fury rolling off her in waves. What happened? You look like death. He's here. Maeve went still. Callum. Yeah. Absolutely not. I'm going out there right now. Don't. Serafina grabbed her wrist. Hard. Maeve. Please. I just need the job. You don't need him. Maeve's voice dropped, went deadly quiet. You don't need the man who threw you out like garbage. I'll stay in the back. If I don't see him again, it'll be fine. It wouldn't be fine. She knew that. But hunger had a way of making humiliation feel survivable. When the ceremony music shifted, Rowan stuck his head in. Need one more person to bring stuff to the garden. Can you? He stopped when he saw Maeve's face. You don't have to. I'll do it. Better to meet it head-on than hide, and let the dread eat her alive. Outside, the courtyard was drowning in ivory roses and gold ribbon, the glass arch shimmering under strings of lights that probably cost more than her rent. Guests were arriving early. voices layering over each other, too loud, too bright. A few glanced at her belly. Their eyes stuck there like flies on tape. Is she pregnant? A server? At a wedding like this? I swear I've seen her before. Her face burned. She set down the wine bottles and pretended she couldn't hear. A waiter passed, whispered, "Hang in there. 5 more hours. 5 hours." She wasn't sure she'd last 5 minutes. Someone spoke behind her, bright, earnest. "Oh, hi. I don't think we've met." Serafina turned. Isolde Rains, the bride, glowing in pale blue silk, hair half-pinned, smiling like someone who still believed in good things. If Callum was winter, Isolde was spring. Soft, unguarded, real. Serafina managed a nod. "Just helping with setup." "Oh, thank you so much. Honestly, you're a lifesaver." Isolde's smile didn't waver. "I just want everything to be perfect, you know? For everyone." It hurt in a way Serafina hadn't expected. Isolde had no idea who she was. No idea what Callum had done. No idea she was talking to the woman he'd left. Isolde touched her arm gently. "Are you okay? You look upset." Serafina pulled back. "I'm fine." "Okay. Well, thank you again. I hope tonight's smooth for you." Serafina watched her walk away and felt something twist deep in her chest. Pity, envy, grief, then anger, then something deeper, sharper, something that almost buckled her knees. She barely made it inside before the walls started closing in. But the night wasn't finished with her yet. When the ceremony music boomed through the hall, staff lined up to pass champagne. Rowan handed her a tray. His eyes asked the question. She nodded. "I've survived worse." She walked into a sea of diamonds and silk. No one looked at her. They took glasses without seeing her. And then she heard it, that laugh. The one that used to make her feel safe. The one that later made her feel small. Callum stood near the arch, hand resting on Isolde's back, whispering something that made her blush. Then his eyes found Serafina. His smile changed, tightened. He lifted his glass and mouthed, "I win." Her grip slipped. A guest bumped her tray. Champagne spilled down her uniform, cold and sharp. "Oh, honestly, pregnant women shouldn't be doing this kind of work." The older woman's voice carried. Loud, pointed. Serafina stepped back, heat crawling up her throat. Callum watched, smiled wider. Rowan pulled her into the hallway. "Come on, let's get you." Callum grabbed her arm before they made it around the corner. She gasped. "Let go. Relax. You're making a scene. You're torturing me." He scoffed. "Don't flatter yourself, Sarah." Rowan stepped between them. "Back off. You don't touch staff." Callum sneered. "She's not staff. She's a cautionary tale." Serafina's breath came shallow, uneven. He was pushing, testing, enjoying it. "Go on," he added, eyes dropping to her belly again. "Before someone mistakes you for a guest. Though I doubt it. You look like a charity case with that thing." Rowan lunged, but Serafina caught his sleeve. "It's fine." It wasn't. Callum leaned in. "Try not to embarrass yourself later. Or do. I'd enjoy the show." He left before either of them could respond. "I want to leave." Her voice cracked. "Please. I can't." "Wait." Rowan pulled out his phone, hesitated, then handed it to her. Messages. Voicemails. Recordings. Callum's voice filled the narrow hallway. "Make sure she's assigned tonight. I don't care if she's pregnant. That's the point. I want her to see what she lost. Maybe it'll shut her up. And record it. I want footage." Her hands went numb. The air left her lungs. Maeve appeared. "What's going on?" Serafina's tears finally came. "He planned it. All of it. Then we're leaving. Right now." Serafina nodded. Turned to go. But the wedding music blasted through the speakers, the bridal entrance. Guests flooded the hall. Callum and Isolde waited for their cue. As Serafina passed the stage stairs, Callum stepped in front of her. "Leaving already? The fun just started. I've had enough." He smirked, grabbed the edge of her uniform, and ripped it open. The fabric tore loud enough to echo. Her belly, bare, exposed, on display for hundreds of people. Gasps. Phones lifted. Silence crashed down. Callum stepped back, satisfied. Serafina stood frozen, heart hammering, shame slicing through her. But something inside her snapped. Not the soft kind of breaking, the kind that ignites. She straightened. Her breath steadied. And her eyes, wet, shaking, locked onto his. His smirk faltered. Maeve pushed forward, but Serafina raised one hand. Stopped her. She didn't look away from Callum. "Why?" Her voice was quiet, but it carried. Callum shrugged. Why what? Why humiliate me like this? Louder now. Shoulders back. Belly exposed, but not in shame anymore. Why bring me here? Why do this? His jaw tightened. Serafina. Stop. No. She stepped toward the center of the room. Not anymore. The band went quiet. The chatter died. Even as Isolde moved closer, confusion breaking across her face. Serafina faced the crowd. Her voice shook, but with fury, not fear. I was Callum Drexton's wife for 3 years. Murmurs rippled. Isolde's face crumbled. Callum stiffened. Sarah, stop. She didn't. I married him when he had nothing. I worked 3 jobs while he built Drexton Global. Paid rent, groceries, server bills when the company almost collapsed. I stayed when everyone told me to run. And when I got pregnant. She paused, just for a second, then continued. When I told him, he offered me money to get rid of her. Sharp, horrified gasps. And when I said no, he left. Called me dead weight. Said my pregnancy was an inconvenience. Said no son of his would be born to someone who didn't fit his new image. Callum's face went red. This is pathetic. Stop lying. Lie. She pulled out Rowan's phone. Let's play your truth. She hit play. Callum's voice filled the room. Every word. Every cruel plan. The crowd gasped like thunder. Isolde staggered back, hand over her mouth. Callum, tell me that's not you. Isolde, listen. Tell me it's not you. He opened his mouth. Nothing came out. Serafina lifted her chin. You humiliated me because I wouldn't stay silent. You ripped my dress so everyone could see what you call a mistake. But the only mistake, she looked at him, deep, unwavering, was believing you were a man. Someone clapped. Then more. Soon applause thundered through the hall. Callum's face twisted. Stop. She's manipulating you. No one listened. Isolde stepped towards Serafina, tears streaming. I didn't know. God, I didn't know. You're not at fault. Isolde turned to Callum, voice trembling with disgust. We're done. She tore off her ring, threw it at his chest. It bounced to the floor with a sharp clink. Then she walked out. Callum lunged at Serafina. You ruined everything. No, she said calmly. You did. Security blocked him. Back off, sir. She's staff. She's the mother of his child, Rowan snapped. And she's not alone anymore. Callum glared. You'll regret this. I already regretted knowing you. He froze. For the first time, he looked small. He stormed out as cameras flashed and whispers exploded. Serafina exhaled. Her knees wobbled. Maeve caught her. Breathe. You did it. Serafina pressed her hand to her belly. Her daughter kicked gently. I just want to go home. Rowan draped his jacket over her. I'll drive. You shouldn't be alone. But she wasn't alone. Not anymore. As they left, people parted. Not in pity. In respect. She wasn't invisible. Wasn't broken. She was surviving. 3 days later, the videos went viral. The recordings. Her speech. Everything. Callum's company suspended him. Investors pulled out. His empire cracked. Support poured in for Serafina. Housing. Legal help. Donations. In court, Judge Amara Linden was ice cold. Mr. Drexton, the only unstable behavior I see is yours. She ordered child support, medical coverage, back payments. Serafina won. Months later, Solara Vale was born under warm lights, surrounded by Maeve, Rowan, and love. When Serafina held her daughter, tears came, not from pain, but relief. Solara was hers. Only hers. A year later, Serafina stood on stage at a conference, microphone steady. My story began with cruelty. But it didn't end there. Pain can break you, or build you. The moment you choose to speak, healing begins. Applause rose like a wave. Solara giggled from Maeve's arms in the front row. What he tried to destroy became my strength. Standing ovation. Solidarity. Fire spreading. Outside afterward, Serafina held Solara close. Life wasn't perfect. Wasn't easy. But it was hers again. We made it, baby. And in her heart, one truth settled. Quiet. Solid. Unshakable. Your voice is your power. Your truth is your freedom. And sometimes the moment someone tries to tear you down is the moment you rise higher than they ever imagined. If you love deep, emotional storytelling and billionaire conflicts that feel real and raw, join the Primastery Hub family. Like, subscribe, and stay with us and let us know where you're watching from, because every story here pulls you deeper into a world you'll never want to leave.